Hey guys, Keith here, and bringing it another pretty beastly COD video to Banana Reloaded. I actually posted the same gameplay and a very similar commentary on my channel on Sunday, but it was for a series that I call Sunday School, and it's not Sunday, so I'm not going to entitle it the same thing and post the same video. I'm going to do things a little bit differently, but it's going to be generally the same thing, so if you normally check out my channel, you've already seen most of this. But what this video is going to be is I'm going to help you guys either get your first MOAB in the remaining days of Modern Warfare 3, or if you're someone who struggles to get MOABs, only got a couple, to maybe help you get a few more in the last few weeks of this game. So what I like to do in this, and what I'm actually going to do in this game, I'm going to pull out my PP, and I'm just going to spray it in a bunch of people's faces until I get the MOAB. And I love the PP. It is my favorite gun. That is point number one. It sounds stupid, but it's true. Use the gun that you are best with. So many people refuse to use guns like the MP7 and ACR because they don't want to hear, people sending a message calling them a noob because they're using the MP7. Who cares? If there's a month left in the game, you're going for a MOAB, do whatever you have to do. And that's what getting a MOAB is. You do whatever you have to do because this is something for you. It really isn't even a team-based thing. Like if you're playing an objective-based game, it's nice to MOAB the other team, kill them all, and EMP them, so your team can get an objective. But for the most part, it's just something for you. Like it is not a team-based thing. Teammates might help you get it, but it's for you. So do whatever you have to do. Use whatever gun you want. If you're best with the MP7 or the ACR, like most people are, use it. Point number two: don't be afraid to die a few times early. You see, I start this match off 2 and 3. And I'm still going to drop a MOAB. What I like to do is pretty much rush into the other team's spawn when the game starts. Kind of gives me a feel of how good they are. If I get slaughtered instantly, hey, these guys might be, kind of decent. But if I go in there and I just, rape their entire team, that's when, you start licking your chops. You're like, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. MOAB's coming. And that's what happens in this game. I die a few times. They're not bad, but I can tell they're not really that great. So I know a MOAB is possible. And that's the thing, guys. You're not going to MOAB good players. I don't get MOAB'd. My team doesn't get MOAB'd. The YouTube guys that you watch don't get MOAB'd. Sometimes average players will get MOAB'd, but for the most part, it's not very good players that get MOAB'd. And, that's just how it is. So if you're playing against an entire clan, 5 or 6 guys, all with, pretty good KDs and things like that, you're probably not going to MOAB them. You might if you're a super beast, but You're not going to be watching this video for this advice if you are. Just saying. So that's point number 2. Don't be afraid to die a few times early. Most game types, unless you're playing TDM, last 7 to 10 minutes. Plenty of time. If you're going for MOAB, I would not recommend TDM or even free-for-all for that matter, unless you're really good at free-for-all. Just because of the score limit. Kill confirmed and domination are probably the 2 best game types. If you can run with a full team, a full party and of pretty decent players, you can definitely play Dom because spawn trapping is definitely the easiest way to go about it. I posted a gameplay on Arcaden a couple days ago on my channel, or maybe a week or 2 ago. We're pretty much where we spawn trap at C, and I don't camp. I pretty much work. I'm in construction or in the back of C-Dom, just back and forth in that back area until I finally just get the MOAB. And that's a great way to do it. It's a great way to play this map. If you can do that, if you only have a buddy or 2 or you're playing solo, kill confirmed is definitely the best option, the best game type, just because you're not going to be spawn trapping. The spawns are unpredictable. You're going to have to keep moving, and it doesn't really matter if you have a full team or not. Yes, it's nice to have them, giving you the call-outs and giving you maybe running support for you, but for the most part, it doesn't really matter on kill confirmed. And but definitely, if you're not running with a team and your teammates suck, definitely pick up some tags just so you're not getting blown out, just so you can make sure the game lasts long enough. Let's see. Next point. Your mini-map. Use it. Oh, wait, before I get into that, this guy, not very good. I get very lucky there, and luck plays a pretty big part in it. Also, connection does too. You're going to have to get lucky to get a MOAB. There's going to be 2 or 3 points in the game where you probably should die, and any other time you would, but you just get lucky and you get the kill. The other thing is connection. Sometimes you need that connection to just be a little bit better or, whatever. I watched a video today about Green Goblin. He was complaining about a 3-bar. Let me tell you, I would love to always have a 3-bar. Most of my gameplays are on 2 bars, my friend. Yeah, I struggle with connection every single game. And I'm still able to drop MOABs, but it's kind of prevented me from having some of the monster gameplays that I probably should have. But anyways, I've still had a lot of fun playing it. The next one's that mini-map. Use it, but don't rely on it. And what I say that is, Assassin is so prevalent in this game that if you rely on your minimap, you're going to die. I don't know how many times I've thrown down a portable radar or a UAV's been up, and I look at that minimap and see there's no one around me, and yet I then instantly die and get shot in the back. So don't rely on it, but it is a great tool. Use it to kind of see where your teammates are spawning, where the enemy's kind of spawning if you can, but don't rely on it. I would say that SitRep Pro, if you can get it or you have it, is much more valuable. Being able to sound whore is one of the biggest things in this game. I know everyone talks about it, but if you have good visual skills, like if you see people really well in the game with SitRep Pro, it's like you have a UAV up all the time anyways, because you're pretty much always going to know where people are, and it's even better than your little minimap UAV. So definitely take advantage of SitRep Pro sound whoring. Even if you don't have a headset, turn your TV speakers up a little louder than you normally do if you can, and that'll help you out a lot. Drop shotting is another point. I've talked about it many times on my channel. I know a lot of people give this point, but it's the truth, man. I'm telling you this because it's how it is. I'm not gonna say to be a good player you have to drop shot. I'm just gonna say that a majority of good players drop shot. And, I've seen people that, that don't drop shot and still get MOABs. Just most of the people do. All those guys you watch on YouTube that drop those beastly gameplays all use tactical setup. They do. That's just how it is. There's pros and cons to it, but the pros so much outweigh the cons as far as tactical setup. So definitely try it out. Get used to it. You'll definitely want to do it in Black Ops 2. I don't know how many times I've hated to get drop shot at. The gameplay is winding down, so I want to get a few more points in real quick. Where you see me work this map, the outskirts and in that underneath area, is the best place to play on Arcaden. For the first 7 months of the game, I was MOAB-less here. I could not get one because I wanted to stay in this area. But there's so many head glitching and so many people camping up here that I just could not get one. It took me that long to figure out that, play how I just played in this map and you should be okay. So, guys, I hope this advice has helped you. Go get your first MOAB, or if you struggle to get them, if you only got a few, get you some more, son. And tell those noobs that you just destroyed that Keith, a.k.a. the White Mama 2400, sent you. And that's all I got for you guys. So, I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe to Banana Reloaded. Come check out my channel and follow me on Twitter. Peace.